if you watch Simmons, he knows how to play the game.
He knows how to play the game, and he's not afraid to kind of come up from the bottom again, which is something he has had to do time and time and again in his career. He's starting with a $150 tryout with the Austin Toros 7 years ago and making it all the way to the NBA.
So the Warriors went a little zone there for the blue team as you watch the NBA playoffs, and I was lucky enough to be in Orlando for 18 days with TNT, and I just take that Warrior roster. Smiley, good defense, better finish by Marquise Chris, is take the Warriors at Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and then either say Looney, Marquise, or a draft pick at the 5. Then you throw in Pascal. Then you look at other guys in a Damian Lee, Mulder. Tell me how many other teams go 7, 8, 9 deep like that.
Yeah.
The Warriors, they will be heard from next season. I guarantee that. That's the one thing that, a lot of injuries and almost a year off this past year. The Warriors will be back in the mix next season. This is not going to be, 2-3 years from now.
No, next year this is a team that expects to compete for an NBA championship. Everyone in this organization believes just that. And just to think, if you can have Pascal and Jordan Poole and Damian Lee as significant guys off the bench instead of having to start them with a full, healthy roster.
Broken out the checkbook to pay people. I get excited about what the Warrior roster will look like because I know the compete level of Joe and Bob and Steve Kerr and this organization. And what that makes me excited for is that three's dropped in there by Ryan Taylor is that Dub Nation, that they realize, hey, wait a minute, we had the 1 year, and there's Simmons answering right back with the 3. We had the 1 year that's off, but this championship run, it's going to be restarted. It's not over.
It's definitely not over. I saw the term being used that this was a gap year, if you will,
all right.
with all the injuries. And that's exactly what it felt like because the feeling within this organization was, all right, the rest of the league can have 2019, 2020, but starting in 2021, this team is back, and it certainly looks like it once you get everyone healthy and the depth that they have built through the taking of the lumps in the 2019-2020 season.
Denver is good. The Clippers are good. The Lakers are good. Utah is good. Houston is good. We are back to 5, 7, 8 years ago when the West was just monsters, and Taylor is really shooting the ball well. But you know what I'm saying? The days of 65, 67 wins, I don't know if anyone wins 57.
Yeah, that's could be 55.
That's the point there is that, the Warriors had, prior to the incredible run, they had 4 50-win seasons in the history of the franchise, okay? And Don Nelson had 2 of them. But they had 4 50-win seasons ever. 75 championship team didn't win 50 games. And so when the Warriors were stacking up 67, 73, 67, I tried to tell people, this is rare air. That's why they had the best 6-year record ever in the history of the NBA. Not Magic, not the Spurs, not Russell Celtics, not Michael's Bulls. The best 6-year record is the Golden State Warriors during that era in the regular season. But I think you're going to get back to, and Jordan Poole left his feet there, if you're doing, roto basketball, they probably had the deepest team and the most talent. But you have to have a chemistry and a camaraderie, which I think Miami exemplified on the other end of the spectrum and getting to the finals, that it isn't always just throw talent together. And that's where a camp like this matters in terms of, does everyone know about Alan Smilagic growing up in Serbia? Do people know about Juan Toscano Anderson and growing up in the Bay Area? Like, the friendships and the bonds and the things that are tested under stress in an NBA season, those things are built now.
They are.
I mean, that's how teams get built, and a nice finish by Marquise Chris.
Yeah, using the left hand there. They're built now. They're built during the regular season. If you have guys healthy and you can play them all together at the same time, that just builds the chemistry that you need in the playoffs as well.
And I think as we get ready for the fourth quarter here, 39-33,